When it comes to checking your email at work, what does that mean for your productivity? There's a study out from MSU researchers showing that checking your email less often can lead to a more productive workday, especially for managers. It seems like common sense, but let's get some more perspective on that right now from Bobby Albert. He is a workplace strategist and the author of Principled Profits, Outward Success is an Inside Job. He joins us now on the other end of our line. Good morning, Bobby. How are you?
Good morning.
So what about that? You checking your email more often throughout the day, according to this study, means that you are less productive. Does that sound about right? Is that common sense?
Well, yes, that is very true. The key word here is focus. You know, even though I know that's the key word is focus, I even struggle with all of these emails and social media that is just constantly coming at me all the time. But what it requires is discipline. And my definition of discipline is doing what you don't want to do so you can go do what you want to do. And the key here is to take back control of our calendar. It took me for years to understand that, because I had people that were putting things on my calendar that I wasn't controlling until I finally figured out that I needed to be the one to take control of my calendar. So how do you do that? This is my suggestion, is that in late afternoon before you leave your office is to write down 3 big rocks that you want to get done the next day. And when you show up the next day, is stay focused on those 3 things, those 3 big rocks. And once you're through with that, is then look at some of the emails and social media, because often those things include things that are not important. And I think you'll find productivity. I tell you what, all of us, there's something deep inside of us that we are searching for meaningful work. And if we get focused and apply discipline, we will find that meaningful work.
Yeah, can you repeat that? What you said earlier? Doing what you don't want to do means you can do what you want to do. Do I have that right?
Yeah, boy, you're a fast learner.
I tried. What can I say? I was writing it down right after you said it, so that I'd have it right here. That's interesting, though. That really stuck out to me. Now, social media. I get that. People go on their Facebook pages and I highly doubt it's for work. I'm guilty of that sometimes. I'll flat out admit it right here on the air. But as far as email goes, could you make the argument and say that that a lot of your work is done by email, or maybe you need to check your email, and depending on what your job has maybe checking your email it is part of your work. You need to check it so that you get stuff done, so you got more information coming in. Do you see where I'm going with that?
Yes, I do, because we all struggle with these jillions of emails that are coming in and just bombarding us. And we have to put some boundary lines, like turning off the ping, when the email comes in, or something like that, and so that you can stay focused on your 3 big rocks to do that, and just not allow the emails to interrupt you, or even someone walking in your office and interrupting what your meaningful work.
Yeah, very interesting. We're talking with Bobby Albert, workplace strategist. We're talking about this MSU study that says that basically keeping up with email throughout the day places high demands on managers and prevents them from from achieving their personal goals. Bobby, is this? Do you ever see or do you hear about companies maybe banning workers from using, say their social media? I doubt, them banning use of email. That's pretty hard to do. But like banning social media, because I can see where that can be a problem. Do you ever hear about that, or not really?
Well, it is very challenging to ask your employees to manage their time well and to avoid checking on social media all the time. What we tried to do in my company before I sold it to a public traded company is that we ask our employees to hold back on checking your phone, for the latest, social media, and wait until you go on a break or wait until you go to lunch, and then spend that time doing those kind of things.
Absolutely. So, I mean, what? And like you said, I was just going to ask you. What can managers do? What can employees do? Like you said, wait until your break. Wait until your workday is done. Anything else that workers and managers can do, to be more productive and to use your social media or your email less and less?
Well, this is a very powerful question you're asking because there's a principle in effective leadership, and it's called Principleversity expediency. And what I'm talking about here, what we are talking about focus and discipline, is doing the right thing, which is to stay focused on that and have that discipline so that you don't do the expedient. The expedient thing is the quickest, the fastest thing that attracts your attention.
And to Bobby Albert, workplace strategist, author of Principled Profits, Outward Success is an Inside Job. And again, we've been talking about this study out of MSU. Checking your email less often can lead to more productivity during your workday, and that makes sense just when you think about it. Bobby, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
All right, thank you.